Alright, man, I've already tried to make this video a couple times, and literally nothing is going my way today, it seems. We got a trade recap today for what is today? May 22nd, Thursday. I took a break-even trade right here, and as you can see, I should hit TP. Technically, we'll go over my bias, why I was bullish here, why I moved stops to break even. And this just adds on and stacks onto this brutal week of trading, and just mentally exhausting week of trading. As you can see, there was a ton of chop again today in the market. But I was bullish because on the higher time frames we had come down and rebalanced to this daily fair value gap right here, and we put in a bullish SMT with ES within this fair value gap, and we swept liquidity down here, and then we got a 1 hour break of structure out of this daily fair value gap. And then if we zoom into the 15-minute chart, it's a little cleaner. We can see this displacement, market structure shift. We're getting bullish reactions from this point with an SMT at the lows within the high time frame fair value gap, and after sweeping liquidity. So as long as we're maintaining bullish structure on the higher time frames, I'm good to take longs internally. Yes, we do have these big imbalances to the left of us after the big sell-off during the PM session yesterday. So I'm simply just taking the internal model here and being extra cautious with my entry. But I'm still willing to take a bullish trade here if we maintain higher time frame bullish structure, and then we get the bullish structure internally to confirm and move higher. Which we got. We opened up this 15-minute imbalance, whereas I wanted to see price rebalance too. And if we go to the 1-minute chart here, after displacing higher, we came down, put in SMT at the lows in reference to ES, and then we got an inverse fair value gap. We ran through these bearish fair value gaps and got a change in the state of delivery. I then entered on a pullback to the change in the state right here. It was about a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. And I entered this trade at 11:07, so right at the end of the last AM macro. This is basically as late as I want to be entering a trade, because typically we get choppy price action after heading into the lunchtime. And so once we came back down into this imbalance and then came up and took this internal high, I moved stops to break even. Considering the fact that how choppy price action has been, considering the fact that the market looked like this and was essentially chopping around, there hadn't been a market structure shift yet, considering the fact how late into market open we were, I wanted to be safe and I moved stops to break even at this internal high. And then what do you know, we come down turtle soup the low. I get stopped out at break even here, and then we come up to TP. We put in an SMT with ES. ES took this high on this candle right here. And yeah, man, if I just held on to the trade, we would have hit take profit at about a 1 to 2 risk to reward. But like I said, I wanted to be extra safe because of how just price is still in it. Like, we haven't... There's not a clean move here. It was good enough for me to enter, but I wanted to protect my capital and move stops to break even. And unfortunate stuff, man. Unfortunate stuff. I originally wanted to go long as well with this first bullish fair value gap on market open right here, 15-minute. We actually came back down to rebalanced to the lower one right here, 15. But because there hasn't been that middle time frame break of structure yet, market structure shift to the upside at this point in time when the market first opens, I wanted to see the 1-minute break structure to confirm, because this is basically an internal model. So if we go to the 1-minute chart, within this original 15-minute fair value gap upon market open, we come down and we never got a market structure shift until we were already up here, and so there was no valid entry for me. But once we do get that market structure shift and displacement on the middle time frame, I'm then good to use the CISD model and we got the CISD model, SMT, CISD, IFEG, and stopped to break even. So this week has just been very, very tough, very, very just brutal, and the most mentally exhausting week that I can remember. Like, it's just the moves that we're having are inefficient right now, and there's really nothing that we can do about it other than that I can do about it. Yes, it sucks. We recognize that it sucks as traders, but all we can do is just sit back and wait for opportunity. And when that opportunity eventually does present itself, that's when we execute. But there's nothing that we can do, right? The price action, the choppiness within the market right now is an external factor that we cannot control. So I'm not going to sit here and be too upset about it all day, right? And I'm not going to dwell on the fact that price action hasn't been great, because there's nothing that I can do to control it. In my opinion, if price is moving efficiently, then we don't come back down. But like I said, it was later into market open. Considering how choppy the market had been this whole week, I wanted to preserve my capital, and I moved stops to break even here, and it ended up playing out regardless. But yeah, I got nothing else to say other than this has just been mentally exhausting. It's not even like I'm trading bad, but just break evens and a loss in the week, and just unfortunate. But all I can do is be patient and wait for the market to pick back up again. But I mean, if we just look at the week on the 4-hour chart, we've literally gone nowhere, man. And this is just bad market conditions for us as day traders. We don't want to see this. Like, this is not optimal at all for catching intraday moves. If I can, just trying to get this brush. This is not optimal at all for intraday trading. So hopefully we can get out of this mess soon and start to move either up or down. I do not really care. But as long as we're maintaining bullish structure like this, my bias is going to remain bullish. So that's the market recap, trade recap today for me. Unfortunate stuff, but it is what it is. So appreciate you watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow, boys. We do have no high impact news tomorrow. That's the thing. We had high impact news today, and we still didn't get great price action. We got this move right here. Like I said, no entry for me, and then we kind of essentially just chop. No high impact news tomorrow. We do have orange folder news, 30 minutes to the market open. So it might be another chop fest tomorrow, boys. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But there's nothing that we can do to control that. So yeah, man. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Other than that, appreciate you watching. Hang in there. Price action will eventually get better. It will eventually get better at some point. But I appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.